This should go up with the key, but it never has since I've owned it, so maybe I'll have a look and see if I can sort that out. G'day guys, I'm a little bit annoyed with myself today. A couple of reasons. Just the weekend just gone, just out at DJ's on the farm, and I didn't really shoot much video, so I didn't really think much of it at the time, just was enjoying myself. But yeah, afterwards when I got home I was like, shit, I should have shot a bit more bay footage. Anyway, it is what it is. The other thing that annoyed me was when I got home, when I was cleaning out the inside of this, I had the tailgate open, trailer still attached, and I was cleaning out some stuff inside, went to move the trailer to park it up, and the tailgate wasn't fully shut properly, and as you see, there's a nice big dent there. That dropped, well, the whole tailgate dropped, that landed straight on the tow hitch and put a nice dent in it. Now, I can deal with scratches and shit, but a big dent like that, it's kind of annoying to me. So I'm going to try and pop that glass, well, I'm going to see what I can do just to push it back out. Hopefully it's something I can just put a bit of pressure on it, pops back out and it looks okay. Yeah, anyway, let's see what happens. Also, while I'm in there, this should go up with the key, but it never has since I've owned it, so maybe I'll have a look and see if I can sort that out at the same time. Yeah, there's a good reason why it dented, because this tailgate is damn heavy. So first things first, we've got a bunch of screws all along here. I've got to rip all those out just so I can get this trim bay off. These are pretty roughly put together from the factory, really, so yeah, it's nice and easy. Now some of the more basic versions of these don't have any trim covering, it's just straight, it's just a straight bay steel in a panel finish. As you see, we've got a nice big panel there that needs to come out as well. Now I've never pulled this bay off, so I have no idea what the mechanism behind it is like, and I think I'm going to need something to lever that up. Oh no, she's right. Now obviously, as to be expected, while this is open you need to get the glass down, so that's in the way, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to push that back up. Now that seemed to, when the tailgate was down, wouldn't let me wind the window up, so I'm just going to open that up as much as I can there now. Maybe it might continue to open again now, I don't know. I may have enough room, enough clearance to do what I need to do there now at the moment, I don't know. I'll see if it'll go up a bit further, see what happens. Definitely only likes to come back up when the tailgate is shut, so obviously there must be some sort of switch in there that's preventing that from happening, but I did originally try this little switch here, but did nothing. But anyway, I'll see if I've got enough room to do what I need to do and go from there. Alrighty, so it looks like we've just got 4 bolts here that we should be able to undo, and it looks like that should release the glass from the mechanism. We should be able to pull that out. There is basically a spot welded panel in here that all the mechanism bolts to, that is separate to the outer skin. I'm not sure if I remove that will I actually have access to the key. I would assume once the mechanism's out we should be able to get to it, so yeah, let's unbolt it all and see what happens, see what we find. Yeah, so 4 bolts unbolted, and this glass just slides loose. Hopefully that'll come out without too much dramas. Easy. Now I've just got to find somewhere safe to put it. So it's amazing how much lighter that is with the glass gone. It's almost wanting to jump up on its own spring weight. So it looks like that mechanism, there's obviously one plug here for the main wiring. It looks like there's at least 4 nuts holding it in place. I'll undo those and see what happens. So as I expected, it was just those 4 bolts there, and the mechanism is free. So we'll try and slide that out. There we go. I don't have a huge amount of room in here to access. Straight down here, you can see, so straight down here I've got a bit of a hole. I can probably put a bit of pressure on that dent from there, and I can kind of access, I can't really hard to show it. So I'm going to access the top of the switch just here. Yeah, I may be able to just clean out the contacts, see if I can get that key function working again. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Well, I'm no panel beater, but I seem to have made that better and worse all in the same sentence. So it's not too bad. Well, there's still a bit of a low spot here, but most of the rest of it's been pushed out. I had to remove the key barrel because there's basically all this structure here that is all part of it, so I could basically push a bit on the opposite side to pop it all out. But yeah, that one little buckle there I can't sort of get out, and you sort of, I don't know whether you see on camera, but there's a few little spots there that I don't know whether it's had something done before, but a little bit of cracking of the paint, and yeah, I don't want to push it too much further. So yeah, I'm kind of a bit still a bit pissed off with it all, to be honest. It probably needs somebody who's a little bit more skilled than I am when it comes to sheet metal work, because this is definitely not my forte. But you know, we'll give it a crack, make it look a little better. I'm going to try and dig into that lock now and see what's going on there. So like I said, I've got this lock out. I'm going to try and pull this all this mechanism apart and clean it, because I've just tested the contacts there, and obviously it makes contact for the down. There's no continuity in the electrical circuit for up. So I'm just going to try and pull it apart, maybe give it a clean out, see what we can find. Now I kind of forgot to mention, to get this whole thing out, it's just two nuts on the top here, nice and easy. Just remove those and the whole thing comes out. I'm not sure whether this whole barrel will twist out, or whether this little ring here is what rotates around. So I'm just going to try and rotate that ring to start with, and see what happens. I've got this held really gently, to be honest, because I don't want to put any pressure on the ends and risk breaking it. Yeah, that looks like that rotates around. So I don't know how well you will see that just due to the light, but we'll see what we can do. So yeah, we just need to knock this around. And that should, lock and ring can come out, and that should come out. There we go. There we go. That's separated there. There is just a little rubber gasket in there. Now I'm just going to be kind of gentle and try and get all these contacts out and see what happens. Just going to try and I'll leave it, this little pin up there. It looks like maybe a locking pin. I'll keep them nice and handy. Looks like another one on the other side. That one actually wasn't in very well at all. So there is a little, I don't know how well this will show up on camera here, but so there's that little tab there, which kind of needs to be pushed in for it to come out, which is what I'm trying to do on this end here. We can put a bit of pressure back down on this barrel. At least that's, I did get a little fraction of movement there. There we go. That clip is out. So there's two clips out. I'm just going to see if we can gently try and get this the contact section out. It should, in theory, just come straight up. But in reality, I have no idea because I've never pulled this apart before. There we go. So you see the contact's inside, so for some reason one of these is not contacting properly. Alright, so what I can tell, there's absolutely nothing wrong with these contacts. Basically when I push them over, they make contact. There's a circuit flowing through, there's continuity there. So I think the issue with, there's a little cam inside here. So you can see that little cam in there. Now if I get the key, I'm not too sure whether this will work as intended. Alright, so we see this little cam here. Now there's no reason why this shouldn't be making contact. So I'm going to put it back together, see what's going on. Maybe there's something's not right in here. But anyway, we'll keep playing with it. So I'm just going to whack the multimeter on there and we'll check the continuity. So just got the little clamps there, so it makes things a bit easier. That one's okay. That one's okay. So the only thing I can see that was really out of place when I started stripping this was one of these little clips was just out slightly. So I've just basically pulled all that little cam out, all this end. I've basically made sure it was all back in together properly and put it back together, and it seems to be working, so let's get it back in the car. Now something else worth mentioning as well that I forgot to make note of when I pulled all this out. So this is the plug for that key connector. Now that just slides straight over those pins, and there's this little lock that just goes over that center pin and it just locks it down, so it just screws on, and that's what holds it in place. So yeah, you just need a screwdriver or whatever just to gently lever that plug up, and you can see there's those 3 pins. So yeah, we'll get that back on, get it back over those pins, and yeah. So I'll throw the winder mechanism back in, so it come out from this end, so we'll stick it back in the way it came out. Oh, at least that's through. Now you just need to watch out, there's a little wheel here, which at first I was wondering what the hell it was for, but it's pretty obvious. It's a lockout for the handle, so if the window's not down, you won't be able to pull the handle. So if the window's up, it kind of locks it out. That's basically what I can establish with it. Anyway, let's bolt all this reg back in, and then we can get the glass back in. Now obviously before the glass goes back in, make sure our plug for the motor is back in there as well. And yeah, we'll get the glass, slide it back in. And obviously make sure the glass is up the right way before we go putting it in. No point putting it back in backwards. That outer seal is quite easy to catch. It's one of those things as well, just make sure it's sitting in its channels properly. These outer 2 ones I had to use a ring spanner for, mainly because there's no room to get a ratchet in from the top. And I think before we go too much further, it's probably worth just doing a trial run up and down before we put all these covers back on. So let's see if we've had any success. Now remember, this glass should clear. There we go. Joy.
Oh, joy!
So hopefully you can hear me okay over that bit of rain. But anyway, I'm going to put all that back panel back on now, put all the trim back in place, and yeah, call it job done. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you got some use with that key if you're having similar issues. It's not terribly difficult to pull apart. It's just fiddly. Try not to lose any pieces. That's probably the hardest bit. But yeah, I haven't done this for a while, but merch, there's a link down the bottom. Stickers, I've got those. If you'd like to purchase a sticker, that'd be awesome. My current new logo with the shirts, it's available, but to be honest, it doesn't print out very well. It's just a bit too much dark, so I'm going to work on getting something a bit better there. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, which 99% of viewers are not subscribed to my channel, then please consider subscribing. Of course, most viewers probably wouldn't have made it this far, so it really doesn't matter a shit anyway, whether I tell them to like, subscribe or whatever. But anyway, throw comments below as well. Love to see your comments. Thanks very much to the channel members, Dave, Byron, Jay and Rob. Much appreciated, guys. It's just an awesome way to keep me focused and keep doing this stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to finish this off, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Keep wrenching.